The next we're going to look at is modifying the text. So again, if you click on it once, you'll see that you can cut, copy, paste, delete, comment, or link. So if you need to do a hyperlink, this is the way that you would do that. So if I choose a link, you'll see that I can link it to a slide in the presentation, so I can keep it contained and make it so that when I click on a certain thing, it takes me to another slide and you can move around the entire slide. Or you can make it so that the link goes to a web page or an email. So again, if you want to do that, whenever you choose the text and you want to link, you will choose where you want it to go. Right now it's going to go to the next slide, but I can change that. If I want to remove a link, I remove it, and I no longer have the link there. If you go to your paintbrush, remember, as always, your paintbrush changes the style for what you have highlighted. So I can add a border to this and change the border. I can add reflection. I can go to the text itself and change the style, the font, the size, the color, the location. I can add bullets. I can go to arrange, and this is where I would either move it to the front or the back. So remember, I put the box in afterward. So if I move this to the front, this is now something I can overlay over the box. You can also resize the box as needed, and at any time you can go back to your formatting and change what you would like. For the shape, if you choose the shape and go to your paintbrush, you have all the same style options as you do for the text. You have your same text options, and you have your arrangement options. The text options for the shape only apply to the text within that shape. Because it is a text box, that means that it can handle the text modification that you would need. The other thing I want to point out, when you single click on the shape, you can also link this shape. So while you're presenting, if you want them to click on something and it takes them somewhere, they can, or you can while you are presenting. The other thing I want to show you is how you can manipulate a photo and do some modifications to the photo. So if I choose this photo, you'll see I can link the photo as well. You'll see that I can copy paste my standard options, and then I go to my paintbrush. I have several styles for the image. I can have a border around it to make it look like it's kind of on the wall and standing off the page. I can scale this to be however I would like. I can add a shadow, I can add a reflection, I can do several different things here to make it look how I would like and create my own there. The image has several different nice features. One of them is Edit Mask, which means I can zoom in on a specific part. This is kind of like cropping, but it maintains the standard of the photo. So if I wanted to zoom in on these students and I kind of move this down right here, then I click Done, you'll notice that I have done a nice crop. It doesn't mutate the image, it doesn't pixelate it, it just changes it very nicely. The other thing you can do is Instant Alpha. Now this photo would not be a good photo to do Instant Alpha with, so I'm going to add a new slide to show you what Instant Alpha actually is. Whenever I choose this, I'm going to add a photo from my camera roll, and I'm going to choose one that has a varying background from the image so that you can see what I mean. So I'm going to choose this photo of a hat that I have from the wall, and now I'm going to go to my paintbrush and choose Instant Alpha. What this will do is when you put your finger on it, you will see a circle, and as you begin to drag, you'll see that it is turning blue. What that means is it is capturing all of the colors that are associated with that I put my finger on. I will then choose Done, and you will see that it has cut out, in a way, that image. So if you want to do Instant Alpha and isolate one thing, say an icon or a bird that's in the sky, and you want that bird to stand out, but you don't want to have that giant square of a white space around it or the giant blue square, you just want that bird so that you can size it and move it where you would like, Instant Alpha is a great way to do that. And again, all I did was do my paintbrush and I chose Instant Alpha. If you don't want Instant Alpha on there, you can choose it again and push reset, and it will go back to the original image you had. The last thing that you can do is arrange. So you can arrange where it is, but you can also flip the image while you are in Keynote. So you don't have to send it out necessarily to your photos or to Adobe and do some modifications there. You do have some nice modification features within Keynote to manipulate the image as you would like. So those are the basics for modifying content within Keynote. We're going to look at a few other formatting options in our next video, but hopefully you are getting the idea of how you can utilize this in the classroom and how your students can create dynamic presentations.